Hello everyone and welcome back into this really amazing video. In this video you will be seeing the results of the SUV, luxury sporty SUV. Unfortunately, after I finished recording this video, I found out that the microphone wasn't really working after recording for an hour and a half. Yeah, I recorded all of the cars, and unfortunately I had to delete a lot of the footage of the video because some of it were full of a microphone sound, screeching and scratching and whatever the hell the name of that was. And I do apologize, but I kept most of the original content of the video. Hopefully you will be enjoying seeing it. So if you don't see your car in this video right now, that means your car haven't made it into the video, or it has been, or your car has been disqualified because you have broken.
There is understeer is
so
available.
Enjoy watching, and
really
don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to get subscribed if you are new to the channel, and of course
that's
hit that notification bell button to get a notification each time I release a new video. And thanks for everyone that has participated in this video. So right now you are watching the Cavery V10 SUV, an amazing SUV made by an amazing fan. I forgot whose name was. Alright, so I've already made and scored these cars and these SUVs. So the Cavery V10 got 7 for the looks because the side vents were not actually great. There are no fog lights, and the engine is got 8 because the VVL profile needs a little bit of tweaking, and the low RPM limit screws everything. The specs, that means all of the options on the car, like safety and suspension, everything else, got 7 because the gear spacing actually needs some working. Brake balance is not really great. The car's understeers. Yeah, as a car, this is the 4th category. As a car, that means safety, fuel economy, everything, got 10 out of 10. And the drive category, I enjoy driving it, which got 7 out of 10, and a total of 39 points out of 50. Not bad indeed. So I'm gonna, yeah, so far so good. So keep watching it. Right now I'm testing the car in this tunnel uphill, testing how smooth it is, how beautiful it is to drive, and yeah. Alright, so what we have here is the Fox, an amazing creation by the cool guy who gave us the Fox rally car before, and it looks actually weird, very weird. Usually I love his creations because they are like aliens with those alien taillights and everything, but unfortunately here, because I've asked for everyone to do a luxury sport SUV, and customers that usually tends to buy these cars are like mature people, not crazy people, so they won't actually prefer the whole idea of buying a car with alien taillights and 6 individual exhaust pipes with, of course, truck rims. Unfortunately, he used some truck rims and very tiny brakes, unfortunately, and that made the whole car driving experience a little bit terrifying. I mean, the suspension was perfect, the engine is so perfect, because let me tell you the scores, because the scores will speak for everything. The looks got 2 out of 10, unfortunately, because it's weird and not refined. The engine got 9 out of 10. Yes, that's how good the engine is. 9 out of 10. The brakes are fading, you know, as usual by Mr. Fox. And what else? Alright, so what else we have here? We have some kind of useless downforce also, which does not do anything, and that's why the specs on this car got 6 out of 10. But as a car, it got 7 out of 10 because it's a little bit thirsty and it's less safe than all of the other creations. And the drivability of this car got 5 out of 10 because everything was perfect except for the brake fading, and of course the what else? The brakes were so tiny or so small that the brake force, I mean, forget the brake fading, the brake force itself is actually a little bit weak. I mean, you put your foot hard on the brake, as you can see. I mean, I have to brake on every corner because if I got to the corner too quickly, I will just understeer and, you know, hit the wall. Although the suspension will not very understeer very much, it's actually a perfect suspension tune, but the braking is, I mean, look, I'm putting hard on the brakes and the brakes got nearly to 500 degrees Celsius. That was very terrifying. That's why drivability is 5 points only, with a total of 29 points. That's the Fox, and I truly enjoy driving it. But as always, if the dude that made this car, you know, cared a little more attention and paid a little more attention to the brakes and the looks, and change the rims only, delete 2 individual exhaust pipes, delete that second tail light, and they change the headlights because they look not really efficient and not really refined, and the car will be very good to look at and to drive. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Fox. This is me in the editing room right now talking to you because of the microphone problem. So yeah, enjoy watching the video. I'm gonna just lay back a little bit and enjoy watching it with you. Alright, so here we have the MMC Elbrus. Unfortunately, this car or this vehicle is out of the competition because although it looks amazingly, looks very refined and very beautiful, and yeah, it's a little bit weird, but good weird, not bad weird. But the engine that he gave me was knocking, really knocking, and he's using 100 octane fuel, not efficient, laggy, thirsty boxer 6 engine, and has the wrong seats, brake balance is bad, and bad suspension tune. All these things made it you know, out of the competition, but enjoy driving it because the sound of my original video will be back right now. I mean, you made an amazing car to look at, but to drive, the engine is knocking, as I mentioned, bad everything. So I had to fix the engine. I fixed the engine, lowered down the compression ratio a little bit to make the engine run. The engine is good actually when it comes to power, but when it comes to efficiency, when it comes to what else, like fuel economy, smoothness, no. But like the other specs, like the gearbox, the tires, yes, these are correct. And as you can see, the gearbox works really nicely. Yes, the brakes requires a little bit of balance, but they are like super duper more much better. I mean, check out the understeer. the brakes are much better than the Fox, but the transmission, not the transmission, the gear, the suspension here is, I mean, look, it wants to understeer, and the tire sizes, I think they are not really consistent. The engine note, the exhaust note is very beautiful, especially in the tunnel. No, of course, it will not reach 260, I think, like the Fox. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers to reach that speed. Let's see if we can get close. 250. Oh my god, brakes. The corner. Yes, job done. Job done to the brakes. We have saved the car. Alright, so let's drive smoothly. I truly love the shape of this car. Like the rear, I'm really impressed by and I love the logo too. I love the shape of the diamond with the company logo in it. The front is not bad. Weirdly not bad. But unfortunately, I cannot continue testing it because we need to test other cars that is, you know, in the competition, not out of the competition. So thank you so much whoever participated and made this MMC Elbrus, because it's an amazing creation and I enjoyed driving it. Now what else? Oh, this is embarrassing because the next car also, or the next vehicle, is in fact out of the competition also. Let's see, which one is it? Where is it? I'm sure like most of you watching right now are like, you know, their heart rate has increased because they think that it's your own car. But let's see which one. Maybe it's not your own car, maybe it's someone else's car. Yeah, that's the one. The Veloy, or whatever the name of it, AVM Luxury, this one. Well, alright, the looks. First of all, let's start with the looks. These taillights, they look very normal, very normal. And building like a luxury car, you want to build a chic car, a car that, you know, wants people to admire and wishing that they were driving it. But these taillights, they're like truck taillights, not good. The side indicators with black trim around it, also not good. The side mirrors, well, they are very hideous. The rims, well, not bad, but the tires are like massive. I mean, fat tires with massive rims. Yeah, no, that's not good. If you want to build massive rims, you need thin wall tires, you know, sporty tires. But if you are building a fat tire, you need to lower the size of the rim to give it more appropriate look. But it's not bad. I mean the tires are not the only bad thing here. But look at the front. I don't know what to say about the front. It's really like hard to look at, and the hood with this bump on it, I mean, I don't know. So as I was saying, gets like, okay, so not 3 out of 10. Okay, so 4 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 4. Give it the credit. The mesh front vents. Alright, so 4 out of 10. It's not bad. Not really. It's not good and it's not bad. It's in between. So 4 out of 10. Because I don't want to upset anyone. I mean, you worked hard on your car, and I do appreciate your participation in this challenge. But yeah. Moving on. Now the second problem, the engine. The engine, my friend, is destroying itself. There is stress on the connecting rods, and the power graph is extremely weird. I mean, up, down, and up and down. What's the problem with the power graph? Too much RPM, and yeah, that's why the engine is destroying itself. And you need to work on your on your cam profile, on your ignition timing. All of these things are making problems. The brakes are fading, too much spacing on the gearbox. I mean, super spacing. but the suspension tune is nice, so let's try it. And the car out of the competition because of the engine. The engine is destroying itself. I don't want a car that is destroying itself. I want a reliable car. You cannot sell the car, you cannot sell a car to a customer and, you know, to tell him or her that please don't exceed 8,000 RPM or 7,000 RPM. But the rev limiter is much higher than that. So yeah. As I was saying, the suspension tune is actually very nice. The brakes requires a little bit of balancing. Not bad. Alright, foot hard to the floor. See how much speed we can reach. Hopefully the car will not crash. I need to stay focused on the map. So when I first see the turn, I need to brake hard. Come on, 260, come on. Oh, 7th speed is actually rubbish on brake. I would really love to test this car more because the suspension is actually a piece of art. I mean, the graphs, it's really good, but everything else around the suspension is total rubbish. So yeah, I mean, you like the dude who made this car, if he's listening right now, I mean, you are a very good suspension tuner in the automation game, but an engine maker, no. A designer for a body designer, also no. Suspension, yeah. Suspension, yeah, my friend. So, sorry to say this, but this car is out. So the next one is the Volusia Dominator. Weird name, but with a Dominator after it, so it's not bad. Where is it? The Volusia, it sounds like an Isuzu. It sounds like an Isuzu Dominator. Alright. I know it's a long video, I do apologize, but we need to test every car. So let's start with the looks. The looks is actually very nice, very chic, very beautiful, with some Porsche touches on the rear, which is nice, not bad, really nice. So gets 8 out of 10, nice, but with some rough edges, like the tail lights. I will check out the middle tail light. Yes, it's overlapping. Yeah, the engine gets 7 out of 10 because it needs a little bit of attention to it, like in the cam profile, the ignition. Yeah. What else? Spacing or specs require it gets 8 out of 10 because the suspension tune, yes, a little bit to the understeer side. And as a car, you know, as for drivability, comfortness, and everything, comfortable. And you know, fuel economy, safety, all of these things, price gets 10 out of 10, so it's a pretty good contender. Alright, so let's keep going. We will test it on this track here, and then we'll go out and do some off-roading. As I was saying, suspension is a little bit to the understeer side, so that was a little scary, like that previous turn, because I had to push like the wheel a little hard left to make it corner. It's oversteering a little bit because of the engine. So yeah, yes, it can oversteers because of the engine, not because of the suspension. Alright, foot hard to the floor, testing the speed and the brakes at the same time. Not now,
at the end of the tunnel. These are just parking brakes. Nine-speed gearbox, nice touch. Oh my god, brakes, 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 brakes. Oh, that was scary. Let's do some off-roading. Ah, sorry about that. Nah, not. Yes, the suspension has been dented a little bit. Alright, fix the car. Moving on. It's a nice off-road machine so far. Yep, that's too much water. Oh, understeer, understeers. Understeers badly. I hate this suspension too. Yep, understeers badly. So the cars, I mean, you have, I mean, I don't know, is that my bad or not? Let's see. I want to continue driving it. Doesn't want to brake. I had to use the handbrake. Doesn't want to brake. Come on. Doesn't want to brake. The brake balance is out of this world. Rubbish. Rubbish indeed. The brakes and the suspension, but everything around it. I mean, I like the shape of the car too. I mean, a little bit of Porsche here, a little bit of Porsche there. Not bad, not bad indeed. So for driving, out of 10, this thing should get 6 out of 10 because the brake balance is, yeah, it's rubbish, and the suspension is like super understeery, and the tires, which I believe he used a little bit of, let's see what kind of camber he used. I forgot what kind of camber he used, but the wrong one. Yeah, the wrong one. That's why the cars and the vehicle is understeers a lot. So what's the next contender here? All right, the next one, it's called the Wilderness All-Wheel Drive V12. This should be interesting. Where is the Wilderness? Wilderness, here we go. All-Wheel Drive V12. This is a nice car actually, not bad at all, with some minor details. First of all, it's an understeer machine with a bad suspension tune. But before we start all of these things, it looks weird, but nicely weird, not badly weird. I like the looks of it actually, not bad, but I hate the Wilderness badge in the middle and the V12 badge, it's too big. These should be changed. The roof rack is a nice touch.
All of these things will get 7 out of 10 because it's weird but nice. The engine gets 7 out of 10 also because yes, it can get a lot much better, a lot better. I mean, in fuel economy, in power and torque. I've tweaked it, not this version. I've tweaked another version, like I made a Cologne, and yes, I've tweaked it and made much big difference, so much big difference. Yeah, the specs, and I'm sorry to say this, it gets 2 out of 10 because it has bad safety, bad suspension tune, super brake fade, and yeah, all of these things gets 2 out of 10. As a car, it gets 7 out of 10 because low safety and low sport points. Alright, let's get going. Which engine is that? Ah, the V12, not yet. Because I quite remember there is a Boxer 6 car. I forgot which one. No. Yes, understeers even on gravel. Oh. The understeer. It's rubbish. Let's get off. Let's get off the gravel. Let me fix the car. Here we go. Don't want to crash, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit because, yeah, the suspension just understeers. Oh my god, oh my god. Super understeer. I mean, the acceleration is not really impressive, and the braking, well, the brakes gets too hot immediately. Check out the acceleration. The wheels are keep on spinning with front tires. It's not safe at all to drive, but it's a nice car. It's not bad. Alright, so for drive points, this car gets 5 out of 10 because it's drivable. It's not bad, but the brakes and the suspension and the engine, you know, ruins everything. But it's not bad. Alright, so our next contender is the Weenie Automobile, a name that we have seen before on this channel, the Weenie Automobile, with a especially weird looking design rally car with 2 spoilers and a million, you know, exhaust pipes. But he grew up. The dude who made this grew up nicely, and he made an amazing looking car actually. Does it drive well? Well, I don't know. Let's find out together. Looks like a front-wheel drive car, which is weird. Alright, so the Weenie Automobile, the SGTR 64 looks, well, the wicks, let's see the looks of it, gets 7 out of 10 because of those fender mounted mirrors and those rims, red rims. I don't really like them, but everything else I like. Let's check the lights. So brakes, indicators, we have indicators. Oh dude, where are the reverse lights? You don't have a reverse light, which is against the rules. That's not good, my friend. What else? Specs. Before specs, the engine, it gets 9 out of 10. A very good engine indeed. specs gets 2 out of 10. I'm sorry to say this, because bad safety, bad suspension tune, and what else? Bad suspension tune, and some kind of brake fading as well. Yeah, that's why it's a little bit not good. But not bad at all. But I don't know, for a start, I don't know, the power goes to the front a lot. Car drives like a front-wheel drive machine. It's quick, it's really quick, nicely quick, but oh, the brakes are fading. I want to check something, really. Let me tilt it the other way around, since this is downhill. Alright. Neutral drop. Yes, power goes to the front too much. The car or the vehicle before this one, the Wilderness all-wheel drive, I forgot to mention, he also used off-road skid tray. Why? Why off-road skid tray? Not on this car, not on the Weenie Automobile, no, on the Wilderness, whatever the name of it. Yes, that one. Oh. Alright, let's see what's what. Hopefully the brakes will not catch on fire. So it's a quick car, a quick vehicle. 260, 270, wow, that's powerful, that's quick. Brakes, 280. Oh my god, look at the brakes, no brakes, no brakes. Alright, the worst brakes so far. These brakes got to 600 degrees Celsius, yeah. So yeah, the Wilderness before this one, the brakes were actually not that bad according to this car, because this car gets, wow, the brakes here are, wow. I got to 600 degrees Celsius, and then I mean, I'm pushing the brakes, I'm pushing the handbrake, everything, nothing. It will never stop. It won't stop. So I'm sorry to say this, my friend, but the drive points of this car gets, yeah, it's fast, it's not bad, but the brakes are very important, so it gets 3 out of 10. I do apologize, but yeah, that's what. So the last vehicle here, which is the, I truly don't know how to pronounce it. What did I push? The mods? No. Which one? This one. The with wherever Revenger. I'm gonna call it the Revenger. So that's the vehicle. So let's see. So, well, I think these, and I'm sure what are these. These, like, I think he wants to make like, you know, side steps, but it's on one side, not the other side. He should mirror it. The other thing is, it's a two-door off-roader, which is against the rules, my friend. I don't want a two-door off-roader. It's against the rules, so it's out of the competition, because it gets 5 out of 10 in the looks. Not bad, but yeah, not chic as well, and of course the two doors ruined the look. Second, the engine gets also 5 out of 10 because of the low RPM. The engine RPM is 5,700, 800, something like this, and has the wrong pistons, a bad turbo, a massive intercooler for no reason, First of all, and then the specs of this car gets 4 out of 10 because bad gear spacing, and what else? The brake fading. I mean, not compared to the Weenie Automobile, that was a complete disaster according to brakes, and a single seat only at the front. A single seat only. That's against the rules, my friend. So this car, the Revenge, whatever the name of it, it's against the rules and it's out of the competition, but let's test it. Alright, bad. The suspension is not actually that bad. It's a nicely tuned suspension. It does oversteer because of the suspension, not because of the engine itself. And that's really nice. But the brakes on that Weenie Automobile, that was a complete disaster. Oh my god. Yep, that happened. Because I was going too quick and the suspension failed me. There were not much downforce on the car, and yeah, that happened. I'm not gonna edit that out because I'm truly honest. I'm honest with you guys. So let's try right now and do a brake run. See if the brakes can hold the car or not, or the vehicle. So the suspension actually is bad. The engine sounds nicely. I want to check something quickly. No, that's not the one, sorry. I don't know which car used which vehicle used the Boxer 6, I forgot. Alright, testing the speed and the acceleration and of course the braking, all at the same time. 220. The Weenie Automobile got to 280, which is super quick, but the brakes couldn't hold it. 240. And brake. Oh my god, 400. 460. Alright, so the brakes. Sorry about that. The suspension is total gibberish. Alright, so the car or the brakes did hold. But even that, the car itself, well, it's been ruined by the suspension tune and the engine. So that's pretty much it. So alright, so I'm gonna tot up the results and then we will be pronouncing the winners. Alright, so after totting up all of the results, we have in the first place, give me some drum rolls because it's not surprising, it's an amazing car. We have the Volusia Dominator in the first place that scored 40 points, which is really awesome. So congratulations to Mr. Gold, the first place who made this amazing creation. In the second place, which is not also surprising, give me some drum rolls, we have the Cavery V10 SUV, also an amazing creation. So congratulations also to Mr. Cavery, or the Cavery creator, because it's an amazing car as well. So in the third place, which is also not surprisingly, it drove nicely and it was a very nice SUV. We have, give me some drum rolls, come on, which one of this? Yes, the Wilderness, I forgot, Wilderness what? Alright, so the Wilderness V12. So yeah, now this is in third place, so congratulations Mr. Bronze in your amazing creation. Thank you so much for your participations. I truly enjoyed, testing these cars because these are an amazing creations. If you want to know who came in fourth, well, it's not a surprise, because it was great in every single way, but the looks of it wasn't really that good. Mr. Fox, or the car, the Fox SUV. Yes, so congratulations to Mr. Fox for getting the 4th place. Alright, so let's finish with the 5th place. The 5th place was reserved, you know, by the results and by all of the, you know, problems that happened with the car, is for the Weenie Automobile. I know it was a complete disaster stopping it, but it was the quickest one here, and like the brutalest one, the most brutal one here. Although the brakes are, very, very tiny, but as a car and as an SUV, it worked perfectly. So yeah, congratulations. This is the 5th place for Mr. For the Weenie Automobile. So thank you so much, guys, for your participation. I truly enjoyed making this video. I know it was a very, very long video, but I had so much fun with it. Alright, so don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to get subscribed if you are new to the channel, and of course hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification each time I release a new video. And we can finish the video right now with this slow-mo, you know, donut, because this pickup can do it. It's a V16 pickup truck and it can do it with immense amount of torque, although it's a naturally aspirated. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.